Listen, most people will spend $1 today without ever thinking about it. A bag of chips, a soda, a random app subscription that they completely forgot about. But if you took just one of those dollars and you invested it, well, that single dollar could eventually turn into hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even $1 million. And the crazy part, you don't need to be rich. You don't need to be smart. You just need time. And today I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you invest $1 every single day and why this might be the simplest wealth hack that nobody talks about. So here's the thing. Most people think investing is only for rich people. And that's the complete worst part about the stock market, because investing isn't about how much money you have. It's about how consistent you are. And $1 per day might sound like nothing, but that's exactly why it works, because nobody actually misses $1. But everybody misses the chance to let that dollar compound. All right, let me show you the actual numbers. If you invested just $1 every single day into something like the S&P 500, which has historically returned about 10% per year, well, here's what would likely happen over time. After 10 years, you would have about $5,817. After 20 years, that grows to $20,905. Stay invested for 30 years and you're looking at $60,040. But here's where it gets even quicker, the growth. By 40 years, it's $161,546. After 50 years, your account would grow to $424,826. Yet if you stayed invested for 55 years, that's $686,416 from investing $1 a day. So let me say that again. $1 a day turns into over $500,000. And here's the crazy part, not because you saved that much, because over those 55 years, you only invested about $33,000 out of your own pocket. The other $650,000, that's just time and compound interest doing its thing. Now, if you're wondering how this is even possible, let me break down the math real quick. There's a formula that investors use to calculate how much their money will grow over time. This is called the future value of a series formula. And yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot up front, but trust me, it's actually pretty simple. The formula, it looks like this. Now, here's what it means. FV stands for the future value, the amount your investment will be worth. P is how much you invest each year. R is your rate of return, like 10% for the S&P 500. N is how many years you are planning to invest it for. So if we plug in $365 per year at 10% for 55 years, well, it looks something like this. And that equals roughly $686,415.87. But here's the kicker. That number assumes you're investing once a year in a lump sum. In reality, if you're investing daily, well, the compounding happens much faster. You actually could be closer to somewhere like $1 million at that point. And that's literally just the power of time and the power of consistency. So if it's that easy, I mean, why doesn't everybody do it? Well, it's simple. We live in a world addicted to quick wins. People want to double their money overnight. They want to buy crypto at the bottom. They want to time the market perfectly, but wealth doesn't usually look like that. Wealth looks boring. It looks like putting $1 into a boring index fund every single day for decades. And that's why most people never get rich. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do you actually do this? Well, it's super easy. Step 1 is to pick an investing app, Robinhood, Fidelity, Vanguard, literally whatever you like. Step 2 is to set an auto invest for $1 every single day into an index fund like VTI or SCHD. Step 3 is forget about it. Don't check it every day. Don't freak out when the market drops. Don't pull your money out when headlines look scary. Just leave it alone. Because wealth isn't built when you're watching your portfolio every second. It's built when you zoom out. And just to show you how simple this is, I have my Roth IRA here in Robinhood Investing. It's nearly $30,000 at this point, but every single day I'm investing into just 2 different funds. One is VTI and one is SCHD. VTI is the one that kind of traces the S&P 500 a little bit. And if I click into this investment, you can see I have a daily buy for $14.70. Now, the reason why it's $14.70 is because this is the max contribution. It adds up to it that I could contribute for the year in my Roth IRA. So instead of that $1 every single day, I'm actually doing roughly $15 into VTI. And it's not just VTI. If I go back, I'm also doing it into SCHD. And you can see I've got a daily buy there. The other way that I like to experiment with some of this stuff, and this isn't necessarily what I would recommend for somebody beginning, but I'm also investing about $50 every single week into Bitcoin. So if I scroll down, You can see the recurring buys here. And lastly, I'm also just investing in different elements of the stock market. So I've got QQQ here, which I've been investing $100 every single week. And you can see that right here. So this is a lot of fun for me. It's cool to take a step back and see how these little values are going to add up in these portfolios. And over time, they're going to make me a millionaire because of one thing. And that's just consistency. Now, here's the real lesson, though. Investing $1 per day, it's not going to make you rich tomorrow, but it will change your identity. It turns you from a spender into an investor. And that tiny shift, it's everything. Because once you start with $1, it's going to turn into 5, then 10, then maybe even $100 every single month. And before you know it, you've built a habit that most people never will. Not because you're lucky, not because you're smarter than anybody else, but because you started and you didn't quit, and that's how wealth is built. Now listen, if you got value from this, hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment. I want to know what's one small habit that you've built that has changed your money forever. And if you want me to break down exactly how I invest every single week, check out this video here. See you in the next one.